Hi everybody, Chris Krashisnik with eXp Realty. I'm the owner of the Krashisnik Group and I love to help people buy and sell homes. I'm licensed in Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, and DC. We are walking somebody through a seller transaction right now, and we've come to the point where we've done all the legwork. We've picked the realtor, we've reviewed the property, we've made improvements, we've gotten it ready for sale. We've done all the run up to get it onto the market. We've gotten it on the market. We've gotten buyers in and out of the home, and hopefully that does what it's designed to do, which is get us an offer or more than one offer. And what do we do when we get an offer? Well, we've got to consider the entire offer, which is not just the price. But before I get into anything else, I want to invite you to like, subscribe to this page. If you enjoy this content, I'm very grateful, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the content that I'm putting out as well. So, it doesn't come down to just price. There's other factors to consider, because you could write a very appealing price on a piece of paper, but if the rest of the contingencies are really shaky, it's probably not the best decision to go with this contract, because it's not going to get you to settlement, okay? Now, what are the other issues we've got to consider? I will go in order, okay? After price, we're looking at financing, specifically how much their down payment is and the type of financing. So, if they're putting 20% down, if they're putting 50% down, if they're putting 5% down, that gives you an idea of how much money they're investing into it, which gives you an idea of what their actual motivation is in the property. Also, the type of financing. Is it conventional, VA, FHA, USDA? What kind of financing is it? Okay. After financing, you want to consider if they have seller credit, because maybe the offer is for over asking price, but if they're asking for the same amount in seller credit, it offsets it and you're only getting asking price. Or you may be getting a full price offer, but if they're asking for seller credit, you're going to not get a full price offer in reality, okay? After financing seller credit, we're looking at the contingencies that the buyers has in the contract, specifically the property-centric ones: home inspection, radon, termite, well testing, septic system, any of those type of, maybe a chimney inspection, any of those types of physical inspections. They all are basically designed to say, hey, I want a chance to make sure that this is acceptable, and if it's not, I want to negotiate a repair or get out of the contract, so that makes it less stable. Other than those, the other contingency worth mentioning is a home sale contingency. So perhaps the buyer has to sell their home in order to qualify for their purchase, okay? And then that would stipulate how much time they have, blah, blah, blah. And they could get out of the contract at that certain time and they wouldn't lose their earnest money deposit. So that makes the contract much less stable. Okay, after that, we're looking at settlement date. How far out is settlement? Do you have enough time to make that, to perform the contract and get out of the house? If that's not the case, do we perhaps need a rent back? And if we do need a rent back, what's it going to cost us? Okay. And finally, the earnest money deposit. A larger earnest money deposit will tell you what the buyer's motivation in the property is. Okay. Now, once we get the offer, what should we be doing? What is the legwork we should be doing? Number one, your realtor should have a conversation with the buyer's agent. Should determine the buyer's motivation, their situation. Are they renting? Is their lease due? Is it month to month? Are they staying at a relative's house? Are they buying their first home? Is their property under contract and they're going to settlement? What's the buyer's motivations? Are they relocation clients? Are they local? You should have a conversation with the agent to paint a picture of what the buyer is, okay? And how stable it is. Second, we're going to want a lender letter. In fact, I wouldn't even consider it a valid offer if the contract did not include a letter from a lender saying that they applied or they've been approved for a mortgage. It's called a lender letter. And the realtor, your realtor, should be having a conversation with that lender just to make sure that the buyer's documentation has been turned in and they are what they say they are, okay? The final thing your realtor should probably provide you with is an estimated proceeds based upon the numbers in the contract. The settlement date, how the transfer and recordation taxes are going to be split, the seller credit, and the sales price. That should all give you a pretty accurate representation, give or take about $1,000 as to what you're going to walk away from this transaction with. So I hope this all helps you. You want to get a good idea of what you're going to walk away with, what your risks are, and what the buyer's motivation is. If you have all of that, you can make a good decision. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon.